Greetings, Afterlifers, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. And today we'll be talking about Castlevania Lament of Innocence, released in 2003. I absolutely love Lament of Innocence. Something about that game, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is absolutely freaking incredible. Are you kidding me? Right? Castlevania Lament of Innocence was my very first Castlevania game. I never played the older games. I didn't know what Metroidvania was. The only thing I had a connection with Castlevania with was the Netflix show, the series 1. So playing this game for the very first time, and what's funny is that chronologically, yeah, this is the first game, right? Following the story of Leon Belmont, the founder of House Belmont. The story is incredible. It's incredibly, yeah, you can say what you will about the voice acting, but the writing of Leon and his story and journey throughout Lament of Innocence is absolutely incredible. The level design, the soundtrack, the monsters, the bosses, just how everything was tightly controlled and intuitive, where you didn't have to question it, or where you don't have to go, oh my god, I have to backtrack all the way over here, or I have to grind for this or grind for that, you know? Crystal Darkness, again, they tried a lot of new things, as any sequel should, right? And of course, it fits perfectly with Hector, right? The Devil Forge Master, but the Innocent Devil system. But when you look at the map, when you look at the structure and the pacing of that game, I said this often. I said this a lot on the Crystal Darkness streams, but less is more and more is too much. And Crystal Darkness was more of too much, in my opinion. By the time you get to the third area, you're just so tired of seeing these long-winded maps. And you're just like, oh my god, can we just please get from point A to point B? And on top of that, those bosses were more fast-paced and engaging than the bosses here, where, yeah, they were fast-paced and engaging, but they gave you some room to breathe. They gave you some room to breathe without having to worry. Here, you have to worry about the innocent devils. Did you, because in that game, in Curse of Darkness, there is no potion to bring the health back up for the innocent devils. There's no, there's an item that increases XP for them and not for Hector, but there's not really much else to help the innocent devils, you know, and it sucks. It drags everything down. But here, it's just, you just have to worry about Leon Belmont, and leveling up Leon. But because of how the level structure and pacing is, because how every battle room felt unique and felt like, oh man, I will never get tired of this, it's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And my recommendation, if you're afraid of, you know, the Metroidvania style games, and you're just like, man, I want to play the older Castlevania games or any of the Metroidvania games, but you don't want to dip your toe in and be like, well, I'm too far in and now I'm stuck and I have to start over again and blah blah blah. Basically, if you're looking for a good starter point, look to Lament of Innocence. It's a tragic masterpiece. It's an incredible story with all the things I just said. Yeah, there's. I guess the only problem I would say is that the biggest focus is not, well, yeah, you have to level up Leon, but also the gold, because gold is very important in Crystal Darkness and in Lament of Innocence. But again, as I mentioned, but because of how tightly controlled these levels are, you won't have a problem with figuring out, oh god, how much do I have to grind for the gold, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Lament of Innocence. I absolutely recommend it. And if you enjoyed listening to this episode of the podcast, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, then give the episode a like, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.